Hello Facebook world. It is a super beautiful day, or should I say sunset, here in Fish Hoek, Cape Town. The sun is going down and I've climbed to the top of the mountain to actually share something really exciting with you guys. And all I see is the sun setting, the beautiful mountain cascading in the background, and the ocean and the kind of humming of the city. It is super beautiful. I'll give you guys a view. Such a beautiful place we live in. This world is honestly so beautiful. And what I wanted to share with you guys today is I've started a Facebook Live challenge with some colleagues of mine online, and it's kind of inspired me to want to get out there and share a bit about myself with everyone. You know, like, we all have so many friends on Facebook and nobody knows anything really about each other. So I think it's so great if we could actually share more of ourselves, and there's a certain essence of vulnerability that it takes to open up and share and connect with people. But I think that's what this platform's all about. And in the challenge, what our first topic is, it's about sharing our dreams and our goals, which I think is such a prevalent idea to want to share, because it's something that if people aren't clear about their dreams, if they aren't clear about their goals, they're unclear of the direction they're heading in. And I think it's so important for people to become specific about what their dreams are, to become specific what their goals are. And I find you can learn so much about people by knowing or learning what their dreams and goals are. You can understand the essence of the person, what motivates them and what drives them. And there's so many people nowadays that they're not even clear about what their dreams and goals are. I mean, I was chatting to a lady in the hairdresser earlier today, and she has no idea what her dreams are. She has no idea what her goals are. And I've actually asked a bunch of people since this topic's come up. So while I'm speaking to you about it, I implore you to get in touch with what your dreams are, what your goals are, so that you can understand what moves you, what are you moving towards in life, and you can become clear on that. So first of all, I'm going to share with you some of my goals. And these are goals that I want to achieve in the next year. And some of you might say they're quite big goals, but I think we should dream big. We should have big goals, because if we don't have big goals, what are we moving towards? What are we going to achieve? So my first goal for the next year to achieve is, me and my business partner have actually written a book in the last 2 years, and it's called Mind Your Language. And it's all about communication, it's all about belief systems, it's all about getting in touch with your mind and understanding where you are at within your own mind. You know, majority of people have vague beliefs. And if you have a vague belief, you're not going anywhere. It's like holding some abstract idea in the air that lacks specifics. So we've written this book to be able to help people actually understand their own mindsets, their own philosophies, and we've outlined a detailed formula for understanding how belief is created. You know, because everyone says, you know, you create your reality from your beliefs. But how do you create your beliefs? What is the formula? What is the mechanism? And we've outlined that so beautifully in this book. My business partner, Tristan Storm. So my goal is we've written the book out, is to have it published in the next year, and then to make a video version of it. So kind of like what I'm doing now, but we're going to record all the chapters and we're going to make like a digital download for the world to have access to it. Okay, that's goal number one. Goal number two is, I didn't know if any of you know, but I'm actually an oil painter. I've been painting for the last 10 years. And I have a goal in the next year to have exhibitions in Europe, in America. And what I actually want to do is create digital training courses of how to paint, and the kind of the science behind color and color mixing and techniques that I never learned in school, that took me so long to learn. And you know, I found through sharing it through digital media, we can share globally, and we can share and teach our resources, which might have taken a long time to learn, to people super quickly. So that's goal number two. Goal number three is self-development. I want to develop and develop. For those of you who know me, I am super passionate about self-development, about learning about the body, the mind, nutrition, just all aspects that can help us live a better life. And my next goal in the next year is to read more books, study as much as I possibly can so that I can be someone of value, that I can share information with people that can help them get to the next level in their growth, in their evolution, and whatever they want to achieve in this life. Because what I've realized is that all limitations are imagined, self-imagined. So everything that's stopping you from achieving your goals, from achieving your dreams, that you've just made up and prefabricated within your own mind, which means you can imagine a way to break down that wall and to access limitlessness. Because if you can imagine limitation, you can imagine limitlessness. So I want to self-develop as much as I can. I want to master communication. I want to master being able to talk to people. You know, it's communication and finding our voice is such a powerful asset and a powerful gift in this life. And we have the ability to, when you talk with someone, you can leave them changed forever just by the words you use, just by something that you shared with them that they might not have realized before. So I want to master communication and I want to master self-development as much as I can. I mean, I think that's a lifelong journey anyways, but it's something that I'm so passionate about and one of my strongest goals. Another goal I want to have for the next year is my online home business. I want to make it so ridiculously successful. You know, I think in this life, the greatest spiritual act we can reach is that of manifesting large amounts of wealth. Because one of the strongest values in every person is the act of giving, the act of sharing. But how can we give and share if we don't have the abundance or the wealth to do so? So I found online industry that's is super, super amazing in generating large amounts of income. E-commerce is one of the greatest forms of leverage and compound interest in the world. So one of my goals for the next year is to mega boom that business, manifest large amounts of wealth so that I can actually teach people the formula of how to do it. Because I believe in life, everything is a formula. And if we understand the formula, we can replicate, we can duplicate, we copycat by nature. But what are we copycatting? What systems are we copycatting? You know, 96% of our population here in South Africa retires poor. And that's because they're copycatting a system that doesn't work. It leads to poverty. And it's quite evident how we notice so many more people struggling financially, struggling, really, really struggling, and they've just copycatting the wrong system, because there are systems that exist that allow for you to access wealth and fortune, which we all deserve. I mean, it is our birthright to have fortune, to have wealth, because the more wealth we can have, the more lives we can touch, the more people we can help, the more we can support more people. So I think that's such a powerful asset, and that's one of my strong goals. I also run an offline home business with nutritional products, and my next goal in this year is to reach a presidential status with that, which is getting to the point of helping 400 children get malnourished food every single year. Because I didn't know if you knew it, in South Africa we have about 5,000 children dying of malnourishment every single year. And in this foundation that I'm working with in this company, the more and more people that can reach high levels in the business, the more children we can feed, the more we can change the world and help get nourishment and food to those children who don't have it. So that's another goal. And my last goal is I run a business, a jewelry business as well, with two partners, Tristan Storm and Jean-Pierre Faury. And we want to launch our business in the next year. We want to create an online website and a catalog, and we want to be able to, you know, jewelry is a very passion of mine and theirs as well, and create unique jewelry with crystals and symbols that represents the kind of psychology, you know, that makes people aware of how great they are and the potential they have in this life and the potential of the greatness they have and what they can achieve. And it all starts with belief. It all starts with how they see themselves, the value that they see themselves, and how they can see themselves moving into life and using their gifts, using their abilities to achieve great, great things. Okay, cool. Those are my goals. Now I'm moving on to my dreams. Now these are kind of lifelong dreams, and one of my strongest dreams is I want to create a legacy for my family. I want to create a legacy for any child that is born after me. And I want to make sure that none of them ever have to struggle financially or even think about monetary terms in the way that I did or my family did. And that's such a powerful thing for all of us to think about, because we have the potential to create such a powerful legacy for our families to come. We can change the course of history for every child that is born after us and the child that's born after them. And we can make sure that they're imbued with wealth, with knowledge, with abundance, so we can pass on through behavioral traits, behavioral patterns, because as you know, we copycat by nature. So whatever we're doing, our family is going to copycat, and their family is going to copycat. So let us pass down a strong heritage, a strong legacy, one that can leave them thriving for generations and generations to come. Another goal is financial freedom, which I think is everybody's goal and dream, even if they don't realize it. I want to obtain financial abundance so that I can help my family, so that I can help support my friends, so that I can build schools, so that I can be a person who can change the world. You know, we all can change the world in a massive way, if only we just realize that and tap into our gifts and tap into our resourcefulness. And it all starts with just getting out there and becoming aware of your dreams and just making that happen. So yeah, my third dream I mentioned, I want to build a school which teaches people how to obtain financial freedom. I want to learn to achieve it, and then I want to build a school where we can duplicate the process. And I want to teach young kids by the time of 18, 19, 20 how to become financially free, because that will strengthen the economy, and that will strengthen the people. It'll strengthen the bloodline. We can change a whole country that way. So we have so much power at our fingertips. My fourth goal is I want to be able to inspire the world in whatever knowledge I've learned, in whatever energy I contain, in whatever gifts I've been given. You know, we've all been blessed with gifts in this life. And whatever gifts we've been blessed with, we must use them, because there's a law of the universe that says, whatever you don't use, you lose. So use your gifts to the fullest you can. You know, I feel like sometimes I'm only using 20% of the potential that I've contained within me, of the potential that I'm capable of achieving. So my dream is to learn to access more of my potential, learn to access more of my capabilities, and find out how can I use that in this life? How can I use that to make this world a better place? I have a dream of starting a family in the next 2 or 3 years. I would love a family. But obviously now I just want to focus. I've got so many big goals and dreams, but obviously I would love a family, and I would love children, and I would love that kind of lifestyle. And lastly, one of my dreams is just to live this life to the fullest that I possibly can. You know, I find so many people are complaining and they're making excuses, and and there's no excuse for anything in this life, really. You're either doing it or you're not doing it, or you're making up excuses. And I just want to use every gift that I've got to make this world a better place, and to share and to inspire. And I implore all of you to do the same. I implore all of you to get in touch with your dreams, to get in touch with your goals, and to write them down, to be specific, and then to write a game plan, the actions you're going to take to make them happen. Because we move in the direction we face. So if we're not specific, and we're not looking at our goals every day, and we're not looking at our dreams every day, and we're not visualizing them, you know, because the mindset is a very important aspect in this. We need to become clear of our dreams, clear of our goals, and the actions and steps we're going to take, and then to just step out into the world and take those actions and to take those steps. And then just to know that you were born for greatness, and to just super skyrocket yourself with that greatness towards your dreams, towards your goals. Because I learned something amazing from a great master a few years back. And it's so simple, but so profound. And he said that if you want to achieve your goals and your dreams quicker, there's only one thing you have to do. He said, you've just got to run towards them. So I decided to fly towards them and see how quick I can make that happen. Okay, guys, that's all I had to share with you today on this beautiful, beautiful evening, on this beautiful mountain. Don't know if you can see the sunset, but yeah, I'm wishing that you guys make this life extraordinary and make it as great as you can. And thank you so much for listening. Have a super beautiful night.